Welcome to Vitamin B with Mohana. This is where we help you take control of your well-being. My guest today is Dr. Jayalakshmi, a highly renowned and respected pediatrician and family physician in Karnataka. She has made a huge difference to the welfare and well-being of people, particularly during COVID, and carries a huge amount of knowledge on a variety of topics. So I have requested her to join us today to talk about something that we all relate to, which is essentially stress. Over 80% of working employees in India are stressed. Over 50% of students studying are stressed. These are just few numbers across every survey in India that's present. So why are we stressed? Do we understand the science behind stress? And really, do we truly understand how to manage stress?
Stress is a reaction. It's a physiological and emotional reaction. Anger, anxiety, fear, misbehavior.
So how does stress management within the body happen? What's the science behind it?
Chronic stress, the stimulus is also, the situation also persists for a longer period of time. And also you don't know how to cope with the situation.
So what do you think about medications for stress? Typically, should they be given when it's just extreme?
Stress management. It's a very interesting chapter.
Yeah.
Early nowadays, people go to bed by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
It's true.
Watching reels. There, you have to walk to any place, whether to school or to office or any place, whether it is 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers. Serotonin is an inhibitory hormone, we call it, because it regulates all the mood, your anxiety. You have to have a good support system with whom you can sort of discuss. Learn some art like music, dance. These are all, again, it gives a lot of break to the mind. Women, it is called a reward hormone. Whenever you feel very happy, you have performed well or something like that.
And have something called a sankalpa, that is, have a determination, an aim or an objective.
Certain lifestyle measures that you have to have it, like diet, eating healthy diet, physical exercise, yoga, meditation.
Everywhere in the world, be it your office stress, be it your physical stress, your financial stress, etc. Right?
Don't get into all these unhealthy habits like smoking, drinking.
So come join us as we talk about the fascinating and all-pervasive topic, stress. So sit back and relax, and I'll see you at Vitamin B with Mohana. Hi Vitamin B community. We have always been very bullish about your health and your well-being. And I'm super happy today to be launching the very first merchandise which I know will make a difference to each one of us, which is the Vitamin B Granola. This granola has been in the making for over 2 years now, with our core team having it on a daily basis. So we felt it was important to spread the awareness and ensure each one of you has the opportunity to taste it and improve your health. Get your first pack, order now, and we are available in Namma Bengaluru, where we have a number of customers who have already promised us and validated that this product is truly nutritious. So check out the comments box where you have an opportunity to place your order in the link provided, or reach us on Instagram DM to get your first bag of Vitamin B Granola. I'll see you soon. Stay tuned, be healthy, and be confident. Good morning, doctor. Welcome to Vitamin B with Mohana.
Thank you. I'm also very happy to be with you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Doctor, in our area, you're a big hero, you're famous. And I was waiting to ensure that you definitely come and bless us on the show as well.
Certainly, I'm very happy to participate in whatever you have planned for today.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I know we have a pretty important topic we're going to talk about. But before that, how are you? How are you feeling today?
Great.
I think you've just come back from the Mahakumbh, right?
Yes.
One that happens once in 44 years. How was the experience?
It was very nice. The way he had planned it.
Yeah.
He requires a lot of appreciation. I will not have the courage to do on such a massive scale.
Yeah.
It requires a lot of planning.
Yeah.
Very well done. Very well done.
Okay.
It had a lot of spiritual atmosphere. And just to see all the poorer section,
Yeah.
they're just walking in that hot sun for kilometers.
Yeah.
So we have to learn a lot of things from them,
Yeah.
how to lead a simple life.
And I think, have you had an opportunity to go before to Kumbh?
Yeah, about few years back we went.
Okay.
We went to Chitrakoot and other places
Yeah.
sightseeing, and at that time I think the Kumbh was there. It was the last day or something like that.
Okay. So this one, with the scale that it was, in your opinion, it was organized very well, is it? Yeah, I mean, we
Very
keep hearing
clean.
mixed reviews online on
No,
TV. So,
very clean, and they have taken a lot of effort to even keeping their toilets to every place clean.
okay, very interesting, and it's beautiful, right? The culture in India is so unique.
So many people with in such a joyous mood, happy mood.
Yeah,
They are not thinking about they didn't get anything to eat, or they are in the hot sun.
yeah.
They have to walk so many kilometers. No, nothing.
I think you go with that mental preparation, that faith that you carry, right? And you see this in a lot of different spaces. I remember going to the Vatican also, it was like that. Lines of people, but then they feel like going there, right? It's a very spiritual atmosphere. So I like the energy when people gather together in any holy place.
Very, very nice it was.
That's great. So, Doctor, we have been talking about what to talk about, right? And of all the things we said, let's talk about something that you can't always tangibly understand. It's not like a skin rash, it's not like it's an injury or a fracture. And when you think about a concept like stress, every person, every child, every human being at some point in their life will be stressed, whether it's good stress or it's not so good stress, right? So I'm very, very keen to understand more and learn what happens to our bodies, why do we get stressed, etc. Right? But before we get into the concept of stress, how was life before, when you were younger, and what are you observing now? What has really changed, doctor?
So to begin with, what you say is right. We are all living in the era of stress, so-called stress. Okay, and we have to learn how to get, not exactly get out, whenever we have these stresses, how to cope with that. Okay. So you asked me, what is a life before, what is a life today? You know, I am a product of that era.
Sure.
I've grown up in that era, living in this era. I see a huge change. If you ask an engineer, say an automobile engineer, he will have a lot of positive things to tell. That is, what we were having before, only cycle. Today you can be in one continent now, in another few hours time you can be on another continent. That is the advances. Talk to a telecommunication engineer, the whole globe is in your hand in a mobile. Okay. But if you talk to a doctor, certainly the lifestyle which is really affecting the health and causing a lot of stress will be highlighted. So what was the lifestyle? In short, I can tell you important things, day to day lifestyle. First, take diet. What was it before? It was all home cooked food. What is it today? It is eating out. That is the norm. Whether an auto driver or a person who is working in a corporate world, more or less daily affair to eat out. And we all know the um, problems of eating, health issues. And in fact, one fellow he had, I asked him to get certain investigations done. And we got it done. I said, your lipid profile is so deranged. And I asked for the eating habit and all. I told him, just don't eat out. You know what he told me? Madam, my marriage will not last if I am not taking my family once or twice a week. So this is the lifestyle today we are having. And there was nothing like a pesticide before. And there was nothing like a pre-cooked food. So today you get all these pre-cooked. So it is, we do use a lot of additives, coloring agents, which are all chemicals which are not good for the health. They are even connecting it to increase in cancer. And organic. There was nothing like a concept, this organic concept at all then. And what is it today? We are running for organic food and organic milk particularly. Because if you have girls growing up girls, we don't want to have them have this PCOD because of the estrogen is injected into the cows to give milk, increase the milk production. So that is about the diet. And physical exercise. It was simply there in everyday life. There you have to walk to any place, whether to school or to office or any place, whether it is 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, that was the order of the day. I used to walk 3 kilometers every day to school. My father used to cycle. And what is it today? You have to take out time to go to gym or go for a walk. If you don't do both the things, there is nothing like a physical exercise at all. And even the household work, we never had any gadgets like grinder or a modular kitchen. So people used to do a lot of physical exercise. So that is also now gone. And even the children, when they used to come from school, they would just play on the roadside. It was very safe. And the girls would play some hopscotch or skipping, and the boys would play some simple games like marble or cricket. Today, the parents will have to take time to take them to escort them to some structured games. So it's not like just like that casually you play and get happiness. So the physical exercise part. What is socialization? Before, we all used to sit and eat in the night together and then crack jokes and have fun. And it was such a mental tonic for all of us. But today, everybody is with a mobile. Okay. And or they put everything in the plate, go sit in front of the TV or watch mobile. So this is the socialization. So it's in simple things, you take these few things only, how it is affecting our physical health, our mental health. So this is in short, I can tell.
A lot has transformed, right? And there's more for whatever reason. This, I feel like there's more negative, unfortunately, than positive in every aspect. And
No, certainly all these things are affecting your health. And stress will be there if your health is not okay. You have obesity, you have diabetes, you have hypertension, you have all chronic illnesses. If you have all these things, and you want to have, you are also increasing your longevity. And if you have illnesses, then it's a big burden.
And we were just talking in another podcast as well that Indians are living longer by 2 to 3 years, but we're living more ill. So we're getting more diseases. We're living long, but we are actually carrying diseases and living in an unwell manner.
Very true.
So yeah, it's really something we have to slow down, be mindful, and absorb how to change our lives, right? To be more effective, I guess, and healthier.
It's very easy, but only thing is you have to apply your mind and take some measures.
Absolutely. So what is stress, doctor? How does it happen in our body?
Stress is a reaction. It's a physiological and emotional reaction to any stimulus or to any situation. That's all. Simple. How our body and mind reacts is, see, whenever it can be a mild stress, it is just a spectrum. Okay. It can be a mild one, or it can be expressed in a moderate way, or in a very severe way. Or it can be health promoting or health destructive. So what is health promoting? Suppose a child is going for examination and it is a disciplined child and doing all the work every day properly, and just 1 or 2 months before the examination, and the child will put in more effort. There will be more because of this stimulus of the examination. The child will have more focus, more concentration, and the performance will be good, and it gives a lot of happiness. So this is health promoting. So we need stimulus. We need a situation where you can call it as a stress, or but it is somewhat like a stress, but which you can make use of it to promote your health and happiness. Suppose you are preparing for some competition and you do well, and you feel very happy. And health destructive, suppose you don't, how you perceive anything. Oh, I have exam, and don't do anything. Then you can have mild. If it is mild, you will have all kinds of vague pains. The- and then they will come with something. Or if you are going into the next phase, because if you have never applied any of the coping mechanism, you have never recognized anything, then you go into the next phase. In that next phase, you get anger, all the emotional difficulties, anger, anxiety, fear, misbehavior, and then overeating, sleep disturbances. After that, they go into next phase, they go into isolation. They don't want to talk with anybody, and suicidal tendencies also.
That's a very extreme state.
No, some children talk about suicidal tendencies, and no, yes, you can say it is severity.
Yeah.
Then next phase, they can go for mental disorders.
Okay.
Like what we call it as OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, post traumatic stress disorders, or anxiety disorders, all these things. So it is a spectrum.
Got it.
And
From mild to very severe. Okay, sure. That's very helpful to understand. So, what is acute stress and chronic stress, doctor?
acute is, the stress itself is a short lived. So you are preparing for the examination 2 months before, and some amount of stress is there, it is over. And you also know how to cope. That is, you get up early, you do the certain things in a disciplined way, it gets wired. So that is an acute stress. Chronic stress, the stimulus is also, the situation also persists for a longer period of time, and also you don't know how to cope with the situation, so you go into chronicity. So it is very important to realize what problems you have in the initial phase only, to address, so that you go into chronicity.
Yeah, and that really makes a lot of sense. And we'll talk a little more about the science a little more deeply. But like generally, when you're observing today's modern society, what is causing stress?
Again, the reasons could be very many and varies from person to person. Suppose you take the younger group, it is the coursework or unrealistic expectation from the parents. And if you take a person who is going for a job, workload, then he is not able to get along with the bosses or with the colleagues. Then relationship failures, then marital issues, very common these days, and divorces, illnesses, injuries, and addiction. See, they get addicted to either smoking, drinking, even social media, mobile.
Oh, for sure.
That's a big thing now. So, and also people who have this sedentary life. So these are the main process. But I can give some.
I'd love to know some of the cases you dealt with.
One child, he was 9 or 10 years old, and he was put in the swimming class. And the father said that he had already paid for 1 year. But this child was so scared to go near the water at all. I think he could have been dealt in a better manner, but the parents also did not know. They went on pushing him inside the water. And it just didn't work at all. And the fear mounted and mounted and mounted. 3 months later, he was refusing to go to school. He did not perform well at all. Then they came to me. Then I asked the child, why are you doing this? Then he says, I am so scared of looking at the water. I don't want to go for swimming class. I asked him, okay, if that is stopped, will you perform well in the school? Certainly, he said. And I told the parents. Parents also agreed, and he was stopped. Initially, they said, no, we have paid the money for 1 year and all. Then they agreed. And at the end of that year, he did so well. And next year, on his own, when things were told that, keep the foot like this, and you just expose him to certain things, and he was doing very well. Okay. There's another child. This child was 5.5 years, and the child was changed from one school to another school, preschool, to the normal school, and refused to go because the child didn't like the new environment. And initially it started crying, then didn't want to go to school at all. The parents got very worried whether this child will ever go to school. Uh, so this drama went on for 2-3 months.
Okay.
Then when the child came to me with all these things, I too tried, advising the child and all, but the child was not in a frame of mind to take it at all. And parents also told that she is just going and sitting in one room and not interacting with anybody. So I said, okay, she is going in for some kind of a stress disorder, and referred her to a psychiatrist.
Okay.
They did a very good job. She was put on a very, very small amount of medicine to remove her anxiety. And then they did something called an exposure therapy. What does it mean? See, first 1 week, the teacher from the previous school will come to her house. She will teach for 2 hours and go. The next 1 week, the child and the mother both were sent to the school and not to the class. The child and the mother was asked to sit in the principal's room. And the child will just look at all the things that is going around, and nothing, no studies, nothing, and come back. 1 week she got used to that atmosphere. And next week the child was made to sit in the outside the class and just observe all the people going and going out, and she could even peep in and see what the teacher is teaching and how the children are laughing and all those things. And then the next week she was asked, will she also go and sit? She said yes. And where you want to go and sit? And she herself chose the place.
Interesting.
And the mother was asked to sit outside, because in case the child wants to come back and see the mother, she was allowed. And then after that, she was very happy to go to school. So this is called exposure therapy with this thing. Initially, the parents were not willing to give any medication or thing, but that really helped her to get over the anxiety. And after that, everything was.
And this was a pretty extreme, it was a disorder that she was facing, right?
Yeah, she had
Stress
gotten
disorder.
into this phase. Okay, so you have to know how to address in the initial phase. Another one was she was around 25, 26, got into a relationship, not knowing that person was married and having a child. And when she got to know, since she comes from a very, very moral, ethical family, and she didn't want to continue. And she came and discussed with me. I said, what you're doing is right. And so she stopped the relationship. And after 3 months, she came. She had put on so much of weight. I asked her why on things. She says, it is just running in her mind. Not that she wants to get back into the relationship, but whatever has happened, running in her mind. And so she's overeating. And then I said, you have to go to a psychiatrist and get some antidepressant. She said, no, I'm not depressed. I won't go. And she went on for another 3 months, and again she was literally totally depressed, not even able to concentrate on the work she was doing. Then she was willing to go to a psychiatrist. She took the medication for some time, and she came out of that stress.
Okay.
And 1 year later, I got to know she got married also.
So slowly, it takes time and an extreme. So what do you think about medications for stress? Typically, should they be given when it's just extreme?
Not in all cases. If you recognize everything in the initial phase, that is why the initial phase recognition is very important. And how to address it. That's called the coping mechanism. If they do all those things, then they can recover on their own. There is no need for medication. But by chance they go into a phase where all the neural hormones are all depleted, then you have to supplement so that they what we call as cognitive behavioral therapy, that also will be used. That's all.
Okay, that's really important to know, because all the cases we refer to, we said they had taken medication, but essentially only and only when it's required and through a doctor, please take the medicine if they
Yes.
prescribe it for you,
Yes.
right?
We know how to recognize
Correct.
that
Yeah.
they are getting into.
Yeah, right. So in Indian context, right, some of these causes that we've talked about is probably there everywhere in the world, be it your office stress, be it your physical stress, your financial stress, etc. Right? But in India, is there anything unique that is causing us stress? Anything else that we are noticing here?
See, in India, what I would say is there are too many takers for too little things.
Mm.
Whether you take, no, you want to put your child in a good school,
Yeah.
you know the kind of competition.
Mhm.
At the age of 5 or 6, the child will have to face a competitive exam.
Yeah. So
And
sad, doctor.
yes, the parents are interviewed. So it's a lot of stress. Okay.
Yeah.
This is very unique to India. Otherwise, all the problems, what the human beings will have the same kind of problems here are there. Then, if you want to go to a professional course, you know how competitive it is.
Yeah.
So that is one.
Yeah.
Again, when you go for job, for one job, you will have thousands of applications.
Mm.
Okay. So these are all very unique. And also in the lower middle class and poorer section, that is no, little unique to them. That is, if they have girls and all, they have the pressure to get them married, even if they want to educate. There is societal pressure is there
Yeah.
to get them married.
Yeah.
And when they get married, they will have to have a family very quickly.
Yeah.
So economically, it is very, very stressful.
Yeah.
And the man also gets into the drinking habit
Oh,
and
yeah.
smoking,
Yeah.
and so he comes and beats, and so misbehavior in the family, and it is all these are all very unique to that
The class that we are
class.
talking about. Yeah.
Of course, the richer one, they also have their own issues, but this class particularly, you do feel sad that
Yeah.
they are getting it. And of course, things are changing these days.
Hmm.
They also understand the value of getting education to their.
And a lot of government measures have brought in people through their financial inclusion policies, right? A number of our maids actually have phones, they have bank accounts, which they would have never done. All of that empowers, the
Well,
lower
they do.
strata, of society.
Particularly in cities,
Yeah.
they do understand. But if you go to district and village level, still those things practices are
Okay. Okay.
there.
Okay, sure. So maybe we can spend some time, doctor, understanding our biology a little more, right? Almost on a daily basis, like you said, good or bad, you're facing certain situations in your life which causes stress. More often than not, it's good stress, which is enabling us to perform better. So, how does stress management within the body happen? What's the science behind it?
So stress management is a very interesting chapter.
Yeah.
And I would say that everybody should orient oneself for what is stress and what is the science behind it, so that they can apply the coping mechanism. They can recognize, first of all, whether they're going through some stress, so that they don't go into chronic phase. And when it becomes very difficult to come back to the normal thing, and apply all the coping mechanism. So I divide this stress management into 3 parts.
Sure.
One is the science behind it. Other one is what are all the measures, lifestyle measures you have to have, so that you don't go into that phase. Other one is by chance you have gone into it, also coping mechanism. So the science is most important is the brain in stress. And it has got 3 parts mainly. One is called amygdala, one is called hippocampus, one is called prefrontal cortex. The amygdala is a very small, like a almond shape, and all the emotions are controlled and processed here. Whether it is anger, mood, or happy feelings, or sad feelings, everything is, emotions are all processed and controlled also. Next is hippocampus. It's a seahorse shaped one organ, and this is called the librarian, because all the memories are formed there, and it is organized, and it is stored also, like exactly like a library.
Okay.
So it's a librarian.
Okay.
And the prefrontal cortex is the super status it has, because it is the one which makes the decisions. When you are in any situation, it will keep the goal in mind, and it will think properly and make the decisions for you. It will also think about the consequence of your action.
Yeah.
So one is decision to do what, other one is if you do like that, what will be the consequence. So that is the area where all the decisions are made.
Okay.
It will send messages to memory center. It will send messages to the emotion center, and then it will decide. So these are the main organs.
Okay.
So it is exactly, if I have to give you a comparison, say you have a sump and you have to pump the water
Yeah.
to the at a higher level.
Yeah.
Then what you need is all these. One is a sump, one is a pipe.
Yeah.
Other one is the big sump.
Sure.
Then the pipes are what we call it as, here I have told the organs. The pipe is the nerves.
Yeah.
So nerves are in a network. They are not one single one, network. And how the signals, electricity is passed from one nerve to another nerve is by the hormones.
Sure.
They are all chemicals, nothing chemicals. And these are called neurotransmitters because it transmits. And there are two types. One is serotonin, one is dopamine. Serotonin is an inhibitory hormone, we call it, because it regulates all the mood, your anxiety, your appetite, your sleep, your sexuality, and pain, everything. And if you take the dopamine, it is called a reward hormone. Whenever you feel very happy, you have performed well or something like that, and you're very happy. So if dopamine is there, your focus is there, your concentration is there, your performance is very good, and it's a happy hormone. So this is the transmission part. And you must also know, so knowing all the organs and all these things is not enough. You must know how to switch on and how to switch off. So that mechanism is called the, what are the lifestyle things that you should have to maintain the organs in proper shape. And you have to have certain lifestyle measures that you have to have it, like diet, eating healthy diet, physical exercise, yoga, meditation, that will also certainly help, and deep breathing, and learn some art like music, dance. These are all, again, it gives a lot of break to the mind in a very
And these are good coping mechanisms, if we can call that, right? Yeah.
No, these are lifestyle measures that you have to have.
Okay, sure.
And then you have to build good relationship, because people will have to influence you in a proper way.
Yeah.
And good colleagues. And these are some of the things that you have to have basically. And don't get into all these unhealthy habits like smoking, drinking, particularly social media also.
Yeah.
So these are some of the basic things, that lifestyle measures that you have to follow, so that you don't even get into that state of stress.
Yeah.
Once you get into it, that is called the coping mechanism.
Got it.
So coping mechanism means, first of all, you must find out. You should know how to recognize the trigger. What is a trigger? Then what are the warning signs? Then what is the cause for it? Then once you know all these things, what you cannot change, don't waste your energy on it. And you have to build resilience.
Yeah.
And suppose you have a bad situation, you must know how to come out of it and make it as an opportunity to a challenging one, to do something else.
Yeah.
And good support system you must have.
Yeah.
So these are the things that you have, coping mechanism.
Yeah.
So you learnt about the stress, how it acts in the brain. Then you also learned what are the lifestyle measures you have to have. Because stress is an everyday affair. Suppose you have an argument with your colleague or with your a partner, you must know how not to enter into it at all.
Correct. Absolutely golden words. Yeah. How do you avoid
How
that,
to
right?
avoid.
Yeah.
Suppose you have a controlled behavior, how to have the control behavior. First of all, you must know. It's easy to tell, oh, have a control behavior. But how to have it, that is, you have to practice. And then once you get into it also, how to avoid. So these are the things for the stress management. And everybody will have to understand this just to recognize.
So, in terms of just our brain parts, right? Amygdala, hippocampus, and the prefrontal cortex, the neurons, as well as the hormones associated with serotonin and dopamine. Now, when we are negatively stressed, what happens is there's a disbalance in communication between them, is it?
See, if you if you are negatively think, they have done some research on all these things. Okay. Uh, the volume of these areas is shrunk. And then they've estimated the neurotransmitter serotonin. They are all not in the good level. They are depleted.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So it impacts our overall being, right, on a daily basis. So that's really, I think, the
The
message.
science.
Got it. Okay. So you're not functioning effectively.
No.
Okay. Very interesting, doctor. And let's get a little deeper into coping mechanisms itself, right? What are 2 or 3 important coping mechanisms that people can actually know, and in case they're feeling very negatively stressed, they can use as well?
See, in the coping mechanism, first of all, to have the lifestyle changes. The second thing is, you have to have a good support system with whom you can sort of discuss, and then try to see that whether you can get out of it. Otherwise, but if you have gone into a state, very difficult state of isolating yourself, and then you have negative thoughts, you have suicidal tendencies, you should be able to recognize and take a help of a medical person. So that what has happened, neurotransmitters are not there.
Yeah.
That is why you have gone into that thing. So in that case, you take the medication for a short period. There is nothing wrong in, you should not have any stigma about it.
Yeah.
Take it. And then when the neural hormones are all replenished, and then the volume is, I think, which is called the neuroplasticity. Not that if the organ goes away, everything goes away. No, everything has a measure to, it will all come back to normal.
Okay.
And then you will be able to take what are the measures that you have, coping mechanisms on start. That's called cognitive behavioral therapy. If it is taught to them, they will be able to apply.
Okay.
And then they will have come out of it.
Yeah. And just so our listeners also understand, right, what happens if it is ignored, if you're not adopting coping mechanisms? From your cases that you've handled, are there any examples of anything that went out of hand, became extreme, where they not only didn't recognize the symptoms, but also just indulged in being stressed, right? Any examples that come to your mind?
No, quite a number, quite a number.
Oh, God.
Okay. Because sometimes one 16-year-old girl, and the father himself came and told that the child is, he finds some change in her.
Okay.
That she is very, very angry, she is irritable, and all negative things, and not performing well in the school, isolating herself in the house. I told her to go, I told him, take her to a psychiatrist. He didn't. Because there's again a stigma, no? So, didn't take. And she was going in for suicidal tendencies. Okay, and that was a very frightening situation for them. So then I had to really prevail upon them, and then they went, and then she recovered. There was another person, but she was very conscious that she was having some issues.
Okay.
Because he was not performing well in the job. Then he said that he's constantly, rubbing with his wife, having a problem.
Yeah.
And he has a small child growing up. And see, he recognized everything.
Yeah, that's the key, right? To save yourself. Yeah. And to accept, no, doctor. Recognition is one, but a lot of people don't want to accept that they're.
No, he himself came and told me all these things. I'm doing all these things I don't want to do, but I am doing it, and it's not good for my child. I'm shouting at my wife all the time for no good reason. He recognized everything. I'm not able to concentrate on the work and all. I said, you have some issue. And sometimes all these things are somewhat connected to genetics, the personality, parenting, developmental history, all those things. And he had a very bad parenting also.
Mm.
And then I advised him to go to a psychiatrist and take a
Okay.
measure. And he was very willing. After 3 months, he came and thanked me. Madam, you did it, and I'm so happy that I'm so
Yeah.
good. Even the wife came and he said, I see a huge change in.
Okay. Okay.
And then he was willing to see, he himself recognized,
Yeah.
and then he was willing to go for it and quickly recovered also.
Mm.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. One fellow came with very, very weak pain all over. Okay. And then he was middle-aged person. So I had to do all the investigations because chest pain, this, that, and all. Everything was normal. And when you ask him what exactly he does, it is a workload for him.
Mm.
Till 2 o'clock he works
Mhm.
in the night. He has to get up early morning to, get the children to school. So sleep deprivation
Yeah. Okay. Mhm.
and also workload.
Mm.
Constantly your brain is working. It is
Yeah.
not rested at all. Neural hormones are all depleted.
Okay.
Okay. So I asked him to change the lifestyle,
Yeah.
whether he can do all those things. And he did without going to a psychiatrist, he recovered.
Interesting. So this is a very nice example because doctor, what is unique about it is that stress is not just in the mind. It's not a feeling alone. Many times it's psychosomatic, like it appears in
Yes.
different parts of your body. Sometimes people lose a lot of hair. They have alopecia, like they develop autoimmune diseases. So severe stress can lead you're physically going to be affected as well, right? Yeah.
Very true. That's why recognition is important.
Yeah.
Stress management is a very, very important thing.
Yeah. No, thank you for sharing that. So in India, for centuries, if not millennia, there's so many spiritual books written. There is a way of life that you touched upon, but it's all always present, right? And many people are getting back into adopting simpler way of life. Is there anything unique in our Indian culture, right, that actually helps us manage stress much better?
See, one is yoga and
Yeah.
meditation that I'll separately touch.
Yeah.
The other one is, see, particularly I find this in the middle income group or the low income,
Mhm.
they have faith.
Yeah.
Somewhere they have faith,
Yeah.
whichever God.
Yeah.
Okay. And you may think that, what they are doing is not a thing, but there is certainly a science behind the whole thing. And they are not thinking about their problem constantly.
Hmm.
Because they have a faith.
Yeah.
And they do certain things in a very disciplined way.
Hmm.
For example, one fellow was so addicted to drinking,
Hmm.
he was not able to leave it at all, and he had some liver issues also.
Okay.
And he wanted to, but he was not able to. Then somebody told him, you go for this Ayappa Mandala.
Hmm.
Mandala means 48 days.
Yeah.
They have very strict certain principles that you have to
Yeah.
follow.
Mhm.
And they can follow.
Yeah.
Because when you have faith, no, automatically your brain knows that you. So 48 days, he was not drinking. And he walked all the distance from Bangalore to Ayappa. And when he came back, he came and told me, Madam, I left drink. How? I said. He said, I took that mandala. 48 days later, I didn't feel like.
Yeah. So your brain gets rewired, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 48 days is taken, that is the time it takes for you to
Hmm.
get rewired.
Actually, in most of the yogic techniques as well, they tell you hold a mandala and have something called a sankalpa. That is, have a determination, an aim or an objective. Create that in your mind, then start the mandala. And then more likely than not, you will succeed. You will actually get your goal.
No,
It's
no,
a
no.
very beautiful
I
concept.
have seen many people do these things.
Yeah.
And they pray to, see, stress of a daughter getting married. It may sound very silly to you, but to me also. But she was very stressed.
Mm.
Okay. And because the daughter also had certain issues, and she came and told me, I prayed to some god, Murga. Okay. And then what do you do? I asked. And she said, this kavadi they take and go.
Okay.
They follow for certain days, that is 48 days,
Okay.
and then again they climb the hill with that. She had so much faith that God will help.
Mm.
Okay, so this was not in a. So the main thing is the science behind this. You are not constantly thinking about it and going into a.
You just left it to.
You left it. You left that thought so that your brain organs are all kept well. Your neural hormones are kept well. You are doing your duty, whatever you have to do.
Yeah.
After that, when she came back, she could get somebody and then get her married. So whether God is there or not, the science is the one which is working.
Yeah.
That people should understand. But if you have a blind faith, they are blessed.
Yeah.
If you have a questioning mind, you neither follow the blind faith nor follow the science. No, that's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. It's really very, very unique that, like, somebody once said that God is free therapy. You need to know that when you believe in something greater, then your wiring changes a lot, right? It's just that I think in today's modern world, we limit it to a god or name or whatever, but still it seems to work. It helps everybody get through life very easily,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Great. Wonderful. Anything
And it
else?
is,
Mhm.
yeah, yoga and
Yeah. Yeah. Meditation.
meditation. See, yoga and meditation, it's an immortal cultural gift for us
Yeah.
from the Indus Valley civilization about 5,000 years back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. And people, as tradition, it came from one generation to another generation by elders teaching it.
Hmm.
And people probably understood the value of it,
Hmm.
but they did not know the science behind it.
Hmm.
We all know.
That is more in the recent time, doctor. Like the last few decades, we've had a gap in our generation's understanding yoga and meditation. It's only now it's come back in the last 15 years, right? Yeah.
That's true. That is also, I will tell you why.
Mhm.
Because um, it was passed on as a tradition. Nowadays, people don't have time. Neither the parents have time
Yeah.
to teach them, nor the
Yeah.
children have time.
Hmm.
But it was there in the tradition. Now we understand not only we all know that it helps in flexibility, and it helps flexibility of muscles and posture.
Yeah.
But we don't know its positive effect on mind and brain.
Yeah.
See, suppose you are doing some posture, your focus is there.
Yeah.
And you also will have to think what is the next one. So memory is there,
Yeah.
concentration is there. So all those areas are kept well.
Hmm.
And again, the neurotransmitters are all there, the levels are all maintained. And neurobiologists have done wonderful studies on this.
Okay.
People who are doing this meditation, yoga, in a regular basis, like Buddhist monks,
Hmm.
they have mapped brain mapping, they have done. And they have done the same brain mapping, and people who are stressed out, not into any good habit, or what they have found is the volume of this, what I told, amygdala, hippocampus, they are all well preserved.
Hmm.
And they have estimated, this is all by MRI functioning. And they have also estimated the neurotransmitters by PET scan.
Okay.
Wonderful science it is. And it is all well preserved. And in the same thing in the other group,
Yeah.
who are stressed out and who have these mental disorders, their volume is shrunk, those organs, and neurotransmitters are all depleted. And the nerves are also very, very small. They are not able to connect to each other to pass on the messages. That is why they are stuck with anger, they are stuck with fear, they are stuck with all negative things. So once you know this science, that it does act on brain, organs, and neurotransmitters, it's easy for the younger generation to understand the value of it and implement it in their daily life.
Yeah.
One. Two is also it helps in, see, usually what they would do, yoga and they just go out in the fresh air early morning. And now again the science tells what exactly happens in the early morning. The nascent oxygen combines with hemoglobin and it forms oxyhemoglobin, which is very good as a stress reliever and also for any immune disorders.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
This is what in an Indian context, they say that it's Brahma Muhurta, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Brahma Muhurta. This is about some 1 hour before the sunrise, and when the oxygen thing, that is
Yeah.
the time all the organs function at its best. Okay, so that is why people, advise children also to get up early
Yeah.
and study. What they can do in 1 hour, they can do it in half an hour.
Yeah.
Because brain is rested, everything is, all the hormones are available in plenty.
Yeah.
And your focus, your absorption, your concentration, everything is good, and you can perform well. So that is the Brahma Muhurta.
And that's also a great solution to manage stress, right? From an Indian context.
Very true.
They've identified how the human body operates, right? And generally, if you do it, you just get up early, you're more positive through the day. Of course, it's dependent on good sleep, doctor. You need to sleep well.
No, you have to
function
go
better,
to,
right?
yes, you have to go to bed early and get
Yeah.
up also early. Nowadays, people go to bed by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock,
it's true.
watching reels. Patients come and tell me, "Ayo, the madam, this my son will be constantly watching reels."
Yeah.
Okay. The one lady came and told, I what um broke the toilet in my room. I
Okay.
said, why? Because my 16-year-old daughter is constantly, I don't know what she's doing in the computer. Huh? And so I go into that room, her room toilet. So that's why I have broken this, to see what she's doing.
It's really sad that there is a huge generational clash, right? But a lot of parents are also watching constantly on.
You ask the children, they will. One 8-year-old boy yesterday, he came and he was watching. I said, how long you want? And then he just smiled. And then I said, no, it's not good for you. You know what he told? You tell my mother. I said, why? He said, she is also watching.
But it's true, doctor. They are. That's the problem.
It's
difficult.
It's very difficult.
Yeah, and they have the phone makers have understood how our brains work, how easily we can get addicted to those lights, the construct of the screen, everything. Even a small child will go and start doing this now.
Oh,
Yeah.
it the 9 month, 10 month also, it will do.
It's made for, so when they designed it, Apple designed it. They designed it so they're known in the world for design, right? They designed it so that babies could use it. So a baby won't press like this. It hasn't learned, but it can do this. What they came up with was just revolutionized everything. But now we're seeing the side effects of it, right? So
Yeah,
yeah.
That's true. And there will be a lot of complaints between the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law. The one lady came and told, no, my mother-in-law says, send the child to the upstairs.
Yeah.
And then when I send, this girl is with the mobile. I don't want her to be with the mobile all the time. Okay. So,
lot of issues, right? Yeah.
issues. So I was talking about this yoga and meditation, and then this early morning doing. And then the third thing about the satiety center. Satiety center is a center which controls, it is the gut brain connection. And that is a center which controls our eating. And you have to keep your stomach, stomach is an elastic bag. So you have to keep the size properly, small, so that when there are nerves around the stomach. Once stomach is full, then it sends messages to the satiety center, and then that says, okay, I'm very happy, and you stop eating. That is how we stop eating. If the bag is big, then the connection will go only late. So that is how obesity comes. That's why we tell half food, half empty stomach you keep. That empty, you fill it up with water and or some fruits, or some dry fruits or something like that. Mainly water we tell. And also in the olden system, but this is really, I've seen in some of the houses, they would sit and they will have a banana leaf will be put. And everything will be kept, small amounts of vegetables to salads to, and then the rice will come in the last, then some ghee will be served, then they have a way of offering to the god. And then so I asked, what is the science behind this? one professor told this also.
Mm-hmm.
All your sensory organs, your eye is watching, your nose is smelling, your ear is also into it, your tongue is already secreting the saliva. So all your sensory organs are activated.
Okay.
And it is all sending messages to the satiety center.
Yeah.
And then only the controllers come. When you are offering to the thing, the control to gulp comes. Once you have a controlled behavior, your eating is also slow, but you enjoy.
Yeah.
You enjoy the taste, you enjoy the smell, you enjoy the look of it, and the satiety center is satisfied and it will send the message to the stomach, yes, enough.
Interesting.
So that is how you have to keep the thing. So eating slow.
So we are pouncing as soon as we're seeing the food, we're gulping it or eating it, and that's the issue.
Now it is, they just serve everything, go in front of the TV, sit, or mobile. They don't even know what they are eating.
Yeah.
That is the way it is.
Yeah. But growing up, even at home, I remember them serving you. When you're serving, you're looking at the action, you're looking at the food. So it's building your self-control also, right? Towards food or anything else.
Yes.
In life as well, right? Yeah. That's so beautiful, Doctor. Thank you for sharing all these wonderful nuggets.
Yes.
But I want to end with, understanding how you take care of yourself. When you listen to so many people come with all their problems all the time, how have you managed stress over the years?
One is the professional stress.
Yeah.
Other one is my own
Yeah.
issues. Professional, you have to update yourself all the time if you are practicing.
Mm.
And even then you will have some difficult situations, but you also should know how to cope.
Yeah.
Like recently when I was giving up immunization, the child, sort of not collapse, but not able to sit also.
Okay.
So you must know what are the things that you should do. Okay. Another child came with, after eating some pulses, the child collapsed. The child didn't know that, not child, the 16-year-old girl didn't know that she was allergic to pulses.
Oh, okay.
And she came with, anaphylaxis, what we call. And the child had to be revived. And so that is one side. My own, this is, since I am advising everybody, do this, do that, that's sort of ingrained in me.
Yeah.
And also, I should give credit to my parenting.
Yeah.
Okay. My father was a very disciplined person, and he has said that everything should be done on time. He did not know the stress or stress management, but everything should be done on time. So that is sort of in me. One. Two is, my mother, anytime I would go for any competition, dance or music or debate or anything, we have to recite certain things. She didn't know. She thought, God will is the one who is going to help me to get the first prize. But the science behind it is, see, whenever you are stressed, you are thinking about the competition constantly. What happens is, you are producing certain hormones. These are called stress hormones.
Sure.
That is adrenaline, noradrenaline, cortisol, all those things. What do? They increase your blood pressure, they increase your pulse rate and anxiety, all those things. So your performance will not be good. But if you are calm, when I am reciting some things, my mother will tell, put it at the feet of God and go. So this is just a mental action.
Yeah.
And you are relieved of the stress hormones.
Yeah.
And you perform well. Your focus is good, you perform well.
And this has helped you in your life?
This is, even while driving, so it is so much wired in me.
Yeah.
When I sit in the car, first when I was learning also, she would tell, recite this, Hanumanji Sostra, he will come and help you. So everybody, we will just, ritualistically we will follow that, but it certainly helped me.
Okay.
I can give you one more example, incident. I did my pre-proportional exam and came home. I was asked to take out the ovary of a cockroach.
Yeah.
Very small it is. I didn't get it. And the practicals. And then the examiner came and asked, have you gotten? Show. I said, no, I couldn't find. He said, okay, you are going to fail. And then he went away. Then I came home and cried and cried and cried. My mother said, don't worry. And you recite this for 48 days till the results come. So she would make some kheer every day for us, prasad, and we would recite certain things.
Yeah.
There was no stress at all for me. I never thought about what I did, all those things. Every day do this and then learn certain things and finish. And when I got the results, I had passed.
Okay.
Okay, so these are sort of cultivated
Yeah.
in me. So the stress means anytime if there is any small stress also, I have a habit of reciting something within myself,
Yeah.
and I can
So
more or
both
less get
exist,
over.
no, doctor. Like there's tangible and then there's the intangible. Mostly in today's world, people don't trust the intangible. So faith or approaches like that can help us, which is beyond like the physical form, is not something many people
So
understand.
if you tell them the science behind it, they will do.
They exactly, and that's our effort, right? Yeah.
No, suppose I tell, don't go on thinking about it, don't go on thinking. That's not the way. If you go on telling, don't do, don't do.
Yeah. No one is going to understand, right? And
No.
that's why I think parenting becomes very crucial. How we develop our children, how we explain things. But for that, parents also need to enable themselves with the right information. And
they should also understand.
Yeah.
And all these habits will have to be inculcated when they are very young.
Yeah.
See, the questioning mind comes little later.
Yeah.
Okay. And one is a questioning mind. Another one is they are not in a mood to listen at all.
Yeah.
Okay. At certain age. So beyond 10 for some people, beyond 12 some children. So at that point of time, they are not going to. Suppose you have just, by the time they are 3 or 4, you teach them certain things.
Yeah.
Basic culture of our thing, which is all, so many things are good over there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Even if you teach them certain, what we call it as a rhyme or a sloka, or even mentally these multiplication, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nowadays, nobody wants to do multiplication. What they don't understand the basic science of when 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, like that. It is, you are activating the part of the brain.
Correct.
Networking is well kept up.
Yeah.
So that is the thing. Even whether you are learning sloka means it is more or less spiritual a little bit, but the child does not know, but it cultivates the habit, and later on, it is useful.
Okay.
It continues with that. So particularly learning art, music, painting, all those things help.
Basically, do many things so that you have a good balanced life. And it's the same mantra, right, doctor? And anything that I'm understanding now is it's just your way of life. When do you get up? What do you eat? How many people do you interact with? Do you sleep well? It's all the simple, basic things. And of course, how do you detox from your digital gadgets makes a very, very big difference to our lives, right? So, doctor, it's been beautiful talking to you. And I think just by understanding your own brain, your body, it gives you a reason or a logical understanding to why you need to recognize you have stress or how do you address it. So it's been very valuable listening to all the thoughts. And for me personally, it's great to have you. I've known you and you helped me with my health as well. It's been super, super helpful. But thank you for taking time, coming, blessing our show, and being with us as well.
Nice pleasure for me also. Hope it will be of use to
definitely
modern era.
Yeah, and I just want to press upon the fact that your way of consulting with us as patients, it's so beautiful because you sit and talk to us for a long time. So whenever I'm trying to meet you, which is also pretty rare, thankfully, right? We don't want to come to a doctor very often and keep good health. But when I come, I always keep like some time, like at least half an hour, 45 minutes in my mind, because I know you will ask me many things before even thinking of prescribing something, which is very rare in today's
world. One part is treating the illness. Other part is advising them to have a healthy life. That's all. So and why we are doing it also is important.
Absolutely, doctor. And you to take time to understand the patient's context, which is so unique to them, right? So thank you for everything that you do to all of us. I really appreciate it. And it's been great to sit and talk to you.
I'm also very happy. I hope it will be useful.
Yeah, it will.
To them.
Thank you.